Hello, what's going on everybody? This is Jay from Wcdma, and today I got here the review video of the iNew V3, which I got from coollycool.com. And this phone goes for exactly $167, which in my opinion I think is great because first of all, this is going to be running the MTK6592M. It is an octa-core processor. It has on the front here a display 5-inch multi-touch screen with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels, and yes, it is a 5-point multi-touch screen. And we can see that on viewing angles it does have very nice colors. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and turn off the light. And now here we can see the viewing angles of the phone. We can see that this is definitely an IPS display and also OGS, meaning one glass solution. Also on the top, you're going to see here the ear speaker. We had the notification LED light on the left side of the camera. We had the 5 megapixel front facing camera with the proximity and light sensor, as you guys can see right there. On the left side, it's pretty much going to be plain. On the bottom, we can't see it right now, but if we unlock the actual device, we can notice that right here, we're going to have the menu key, the home key, and the back key, very similar to the iNew V3. On the left side, we're going to have a metallic frame. We also got here the power button. On the bottom, it's going to be plain. This is only going to have a microphone, and it does appear to be 2 speakers, which it would have been nice because the speaker on the bottom, it is not the greatest out there. On the right side, once again, we have here the metallic frame with the volume rockers up and down. Finally, on the top, you're going to see here the charging/data port together with the 3.5mm headphone jack. If you look on the back, we're going to find here the 13 megapixel sensor camera. It's been interpolated to be 16, but again, that's going to be fake. We have the LED flash and also the secondary microphone, and now the LED flash, it is very good on this device. We can also see here the iNew logo. On the bottom, we're going to have the loudspeaker, which again, it is not the best quality that I've seen before. If we open here on the top, you can see that this is a dual standby device and supports 3G here with AT&T and T-Mobile in the USA. And we can see also that it does support TF cars, and the battery is going to be 1850 milliamps. I believe we have it somewhere around here. As a matter of fact, it's going to be on the other side of the battery. We can appreciate it that yes, it is going to be 1850. And then in the inside, we're going to see that this is a dual standby because it does have 2 IMEI information. The Android is going to be the KitKat. We have 2 gigabytes of internal RAM, 16 gigabytes of internal memory. We can see here the model and the band supported. Once again, this is going to support 3G here with AT&T and T-Mobile in the USA. Now this phone comes in 2 colors currently. It comes in white and black, but I do prefer the black one because when the screen is off, as you guys can see, it matches perfectly well with the remaining of the bezel, making it all seem like one piece. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hook up the battery here again and power on the device so that we can see the boot logo. And just before we power on the device, we can see that it came with many of accessories. We have a smart flip case here, and the great thing about this case is that you don't have to remove the back cover in order to get it installed. If you take a sneak peek inside of the box, we can see also it came with a screen protector, and I'm about to show you guys here. Here we have the user manuals. It came with a screen protector itself, which I didn't have to use because it came with one already pre-installed. And inside we're going to see the standard accessories like the earphones. We had the USB cable and also the wall charger. So with that being said, let's go ahead and power the iNew V3 Plus. Okay, and coming here back to the iNew V3 Plus, now we're going to go ahead and power on, and we can notice that the power button this time is going to be on the left side, making it feel very weird. But once you use this device for at least one day, you're going to get used to it. And here we can see the iNew logo. It is very simple. Now, what I like about it is the boot animation that we're going to see now. It is kind of bluish, the same one that they use with the iNew V3. And I think that iNew is a fairly new brand in China, and they're coming very strong and with great prices. I mean, $167 for this device, you really can't go wrong. You have, once again, the HD display, IPS, OGS, and also on the top, this is going to support OTG adapters in which you can connect mice, keyboards, or even extended memories. Okay guys, and now that the phone has finished booting up, we can see here in the front, we're going to have a very simple lock screen. It's nothing very special, and even when we unlock the device, we don't have the toggles that we've seen before. It's only giving us the option to unlock it. If we unlock it, we're going to see a very clean operating system here. It is very basic. And also we can confirm here on settings, if we go all the way to the bottom, that this is in fact the Android KitKat 4.4.2, as we can notice right here. Now another way that I also confirm this is by installing the Google Camera application. This is only good for Android devices with the version 4.4.2 and up. And also here from the Antutu Test benchmark, I got a score of about 20,000, as we can see right here. If we click on details, we're going to see all the scoring that it got. Now the score of 20,000 was a little bit disappointing because this is running the MTK6592. Now this is going to be ending with the M, letter M. It's a little bit slower. It's only clocked at 1.4 gigahertz, but it's still a quad-core processor. And here from the device's information, we can see that this is showing as the brand CXQ and not iNew. We got the model V3 Plus, and I'm just going to scroll down so that you guys can see the remainder of the information. Now the camera on this device is going to be fake. It is not going to be 18 megapixels. This is going to be in fact a 13 megapixel sensor, and I will be providing some picture samples on the description down below so that way you guys can check it out. And we can see here, guys, once again the Android SDK, it is confirming to be KitKat. And all the way on the bottom, we can see how many sensors this is supporting. It is absolutely outstanding. And I believe that I have downloaded here Android Sensor Box, which I have somewhere in here. I think I have to download it for you guys. As a matter of fact, I have it here. And I think we had to go back once. And here we can see all the sensors supported. Right now, the only two that we don't have is the temperature sensor and also the pressure sensor. Now, I have here the multi-touch screen tester, which is the Antutu tester, as we can see right here. And we're going to confirm that, in fact, this is going to be a 5-point multi-touch screen. And yes, it is. And the screen is actually very sensitive. And this device, I gotta say that on your hands, it feels very nice because you can access the entire device with just one hand, as we can see right here. The next thing we're going to test on this device is going to be the camera, which I think is absolutely great. The back is going to be, once again, a 13 megapixel sensor. On the front, we're going to have the 5 megapixel sensor. So let's go ahead and test it and let me know what you guys think. Hello, what's going on, everybody? This is Jay, and here we are testing the camera of the iNew V3 Plus. And this is going to be the 13 megapixel sensor camera on the back, and as we can notice, the quality is very nice. The overall focus is very good as well. And what I like about this camera is that the colors appear to be realistic. They're not saturated, or let's call it oversaturated. They appear to be very nice. And here we're going to get closer to an object so that we can see how well the autofocus works. So here we're going to focus now on the sign. And again, I'm not tapping on the screen. There we can see that the focus appears to be very nice. Now the stabilization is a little bit off, and that's because this is not going to have the optical image stabilization. So when you're walking around, it's going to look a little bit jumpy, but other than that, it is a great camera. Now let's test the front-facing camera. Okay, and here we have the front-facing camera of the iNew V3 Plus. This is going to be the 5 megapixel sensor, and as we can notice, the colors appear to be a little bit washed out, and also the focus, it is not the best out there, but at least it's going to do its job, and especially for the price, I think that the camera is performing quite well. And there we have it for the camera test. If you open here the actual camera, we can see that this is going to be a very basic UI, nothing very special. On the top here, we can change many different settings. If you go here to the actual settings on the camera, we can see here that on camera options, this is going to go at the max 18 megapixels, but again, that's not correct. If you look here into the front-facing camera on the other hand, I just closed the application by accident. We're going to notice that it has been interpolated, I believe, to be 8 megapixels, but this is going to be the 5 megapixel sensor camera, so it's been interpolated to be a little bit higher, guys, but again, this is all fake. And the reason I say that is because I actually measured the size of the pictures, and when I did, it gave me a resolution of 13 megapixels and not 16 as it is claiming to be. And the next thing we're going to do now is test here the Bluetooth. Here I have my little Bose speaker, and as you guys can notice, it is in pairing mode right now. Let's go ahead and turn it on. If you go here to settings, we're going to check here on Bluetooth that it is going to pair with it very fast. It is working perfectly well. It takes a few seconds this time, and it has a very nice reaction time as well. And as you can see, guys, right now it's saying connected. Let's go back once. Let's go here to audio profiles, and let's go here on settings, and let's test the actual sound quality. There you can notice, guys, that the response time is very good. And now we have power off the speaker. Max volume right there. Like I said before, the loudspeaker on the back is going to be decent, but again, we're not going to have that explosive sound. And the next thing we're going to do now here is play with some applications and games so that we can see the overall performance of the device. Alrighty guys, and there we saw some of the performance of this device, and the next thing we're going to test now is going to be the browser. As you guys can see, I'm connected here to the Wi-Fi and it is working perfectly well. So let's go ahead and open the browser here and open the web page. Let's say, like always, ebay.com, and we're going to see how fast this is loading. And these are not websites that I opened yet. So there we saw how fast it was. And let's go ahead and also open here youtube.com, which I have already opened before. And there we can witness, guys, that with the Wi-Fi it is working perfectly well. But now let's test it here just with the 3G. Let's go ahead and turn off the Wi-Fi. And now that we're connected here to the 3G, let's go ahead and reload this web page, which is YouTube. And there we can notice that it was a little bit slower than Wi-Fi, but that is expected because, again, this is going to be only 3G. Let's go ahead and open here, let's say dhgate.com. We're going to see how fast it's going to load. And as we can see, it is not disappointing. Now we're going to open the actual GPS application here to test it, and we can see that the signal, it is quite strong. It is locking a signal very fast, and I'm not even connected to the Wi-Fi, as you guys can see right here. Another great thing about this device is going to be the battery. I've been using this phone pretty much the entire day. Now I have to admit that I haven't given it, very hard usage. As you guys can see, it's been 9 hours and 26 minutes, and right now it's at 58%. And most of it has been on standby, as you guys can see right here. But I've used it to do the GPS test, I did the camera test, and many other tests that we normally do to the device before we do the actual reviews. And as you can see, it is not disappointing whatsoever. The next thing we're going to test here is going to be the call quality. Let's go ahead and dial 611 and check and see if it's going to be loud enough. Now I noticed that this device on the top is going to have a pretty decent speaker. There we go. And now we're going to put it on loudspeaker.
For straight talk, press 1. For net 10, press 2. For track phone.
And now we're going to test here the proximity sensor. It is also very sensitive. You don't even have to put it on the actual screen. As you guys can see, I can just pretty much go over it and it's going to already turn off the display. And with that being said, the next thing we're going to do now is weigh the actual device. Here I have my little weight scale. We're going to do it in grams. Let's go ahead and power on, and I believe that by default it is already in grams. So let's put the phone on top. Now this phone is going to be extremely light at only 127 grams. So there we can see, yes guys, that it is extremely light. And also it came with many accessories like the smart flip case, as we can see right here. But this is going to be very simple. All we can do is pretty much just check the notifications here, like messages. We can also check if you have an email and whatnot, and also accept and decline phone calls. Now other than that, it is not going to give you anything like weather or anything that we see on Samsung devices. As we can notice right here, right now it is only displaying the time and the date. Also, we have here the gallery application. We're going to notice that this is going to be a very simple gallery application, as we can see here. Also on settings, we're going to have other options, like on the audio profiles, we can enhance the speaker, the loudness of it for earphones, and also the actual speaker itself. Now the speaker on the back is not going to be the best, as you guys saw from the previous test. And with that being said, guys, I think I have covered everything about this device. But like always, if you do have any questions, please don't forget to comment down below. Please like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.